name is Omotoke Ayolubude, and I run Terra Connect and the Autism Awareness Foundation.
Omotoke Olugbode is a teacher and inclusive education advocate who is working to bring therapy closer to children living with disabilities, especially autism spectrum disorders. Her drive to develop a platform that connects parents of children with special needs to therapists was born out of her passion to provide every child with quality education, irrespective of their disability, mental health, and socio-economic background.
I actually read the story of a mother who has a child with autism, and she was struggling. And it dawned on me at that moment that if we have a parent who is living in the US and they are still struggling with this, then I'm quite sure that we have parents here in Nigeria who do not even know that this is what their child has, because autism has no physical features. And so many times, these children go undiagnosed, unassessed, till they become adults. And that was the first thing that struck me about it.
While experts say there is currently no cure for autism spectrum disorder, interventions such as applied behavioral analysis therapy are important to help such persons improve their everyday skills, which allows them become more independent. To promote the inclusion of children with special needs and without creating another center for such children, Toke decided to develop Terra Connect to make therapy easily accessible.
Terra Connect is an online mobile platform that connects parents that have children with disability to therapies that are very close to their location. So you set up your profile as a parent, you set up the profile of your child, and then you request for a therapist. Our therapists are certified therapists that will be onboarded on the platform. We'll also be pairing therapists with you based on your location. So if you set up your location as Yaba, you get therapists within Yaba. If you set up your location as Gigondo, you get therapists within that location.
Omotoke says she's working with her team to develop a USSD code to make it easier for parents that are not technologically inclined to get the required services for their children. When Kehinde Osakede's university closed due to the COVID-19 pandemic last year, the visual arts students returned home to Lagos. A visit to a family friend nearby turned into a horrific ordeal. The friend began touching her, she said, and became violent when she asked him to stop. He then raped her, she said.
I was just trying my best. The more the guy was hitting me, beating me, it just fling anywhere like.
According to police and officials, Osakede is one of hundreds of women across Nigeria who have reported being raped or sexually assaulted in a surge since the pandemic began. In northern Kano State, tech entrepreneur Sadat Aliyu in August launched an app, HELPIO, for women to report assaults. She said it's matched users with organizations who help them approach the police.
Organizations are fighting for the rights of those that were raped. So I said, okay, maybe I will create a platform where people can be able to access this kind of organizations. So I finished drafting everything, but I didn't start the development until I think 1 month before I even started it. I noticed that this is not only about women, children also fall into this case. So that is when I said I need to quickly finish up this stuff. So that is when and then the coronavirus happened, and then I got a lot of time on my plate. Then I just deep dive into it.
The HELPIO app allows individuals report cases of sexual abuse or interact with an expert for counseling or advice.
I'm planning to create a sensitization where we can reach out to local, district heads, where we can be able to have an audience with them so that we can talk to the people in the area, that we can talk to about the application so that they can understand it, because most people might not find it useful until we do that. So this is the plans actually, to reach out to local district heads, to talk to them, to give us the people maybe that we can be able to talk to, parents and other guardians that we can talk to about the application so that we can share the awareness, not just online, because online there are people that are not online.
The application works simply.
So after you sign in, okay, so you're going to see a tips on, do you know something, maybe what is rape, so that people that don't know what is, even to understand about rape and so many details about it, they can go to the first, and then you can be able to report the abuse. So so we're trying to have this, if someone is it's an emergency, they can be able to, oh my God, they can be able to call this emergency line, or they can be able to just report. This is the report form, so, and it will be taken to the organization.
Although the application is designed to report rape cases in 2 languages, English and Hausa, Sadatu says more Nigerian languages are in the works to enable people to have access to the app, regardless of their level of education.
These victims don't know where to, don't even know that there are lots of organizations that actually fight for their right to see that they get this justice or get legal support or even financial support. So with this application, I want to make it like to connect these victims to this organization so that they can have easy access to legal support.
Osakede says she has stopped blaming herself with the help of counseling and wants others to take courage from her story. Kenya has been coping with the new normal brought by the restrictions of COVID-19 pandemic, in which internet connectivity has become a pivotal part of restructuring studies, routine work schedules, and business operations. The implementation of health safety measures, including stay-home orders and curfews to curb the spread of the disease, have made the internet and its related technologies the essential tools in people's daily life.
Life is actually moving to the internet. The internet has libraries. The internet is where academia is operating. The internet is where dating is happening. The internet is where finance is, and business is, and governments are actually on the internet. And so the internet is the new city. It has everything. And this pandemic has further pushed us deeper into the internet, making us more of an interconnected community.
During this special period, Kenya has witnessed several positive developments from the telecom sector. One of the mobile network operators, Safaricom, has doubled the speed of its mobile internet bundles for subscribers, whose lives are becoming more and more dependent on the invisible community.
The truth of the matter is, in a pandemic like this, a lot of things shift. Money shifts, economic formations shift, alliances shift. That is the reality of a crisis, that they not only affect, for example, in this case, your health, they affect your economy, and they affect who holds economic power.
With the surge in e-commerce sales, the Kenyan government capitalized on the trend by introducing digital tax measures. The Kenya's 2020 Finance Bill applies to online trading activities related to mobile applications, software, and websites. According to the bill, the taxable items include e-books, e-learning courses, digital content in audio or visual formats. The provision of services, including the trade, share, and storage of data, is subject to the bill.